Well, as you can see, we're out in the shed, so that can only mean that it's tournament recap time. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Dustin. I like to go on adventures, whether that be in my little camper, hiking somewhere, or on my kayak fishing. And in this one, we're doing a tournament recap for Queen City. Now, this tournament took us all the way down to Santee Cooper, and it was a joint tournament with the Bassmasters Kayak Series. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this tournament. Because let's face it, Santee has always been a love-hate with me. It's feast or famine, and this weekend was no different. We had really good stuff, really bad stuff. Well, not really bad, but, you know, bad for what it was. Alright, well, let's just get right into it. Let's start with the good. Let's start with the positives. The positives. Weekend-long camping trip with the friends and nothing but fishing. Shenanigans, talking shit, and all the fun that comes along with a weekend camping trip. That was the good. Now let's just go ahead and get into the tournament so we can talk about the not so good. So the morning started off fine. No real issues. Corey wasn't feeling great, the guy I went camping with. And anybody that's been here knows Corey. We've camped several times. We've traveled, all kind of stuff. Corey wasn't feeling too great Saturday morning, but, you know, he kind of manned up and just went and dealt with it. We decided to fish out of Jack's Creek on Santee. So we get to the boat ramp. The Bassmasters people are there, the media team, the photographers, all that stuff. All the pageantry and circus that goes along with fishing a Bassmasters event. Now, unfortunately, I didn't fish on the Bassmaster side because I'd already had, with Queen City and travel expenses, I was already deep into this trip financially, and it was going to be over $300 just to sign up for Bass, so I decided not to do it. Well, Corey signed up. Corey was in the Bassmasters. I was in QC. We both went to the same ramp, though. Well, the funny thing is, the Bassmasters people decided to take my photo and my boat and put it on their website and use it for some promotional material, which, let's face it, I'm cool with it. I don't care. Have at it, man. Use my likeness all you want on the Bassmasters page. That's hilarious. But I did have to reach out to Steve-O, the tournament director, and say, hey, look, man, I didn't fish the tournament, but your people put me on the website. So if you want to take it down, it's cool. I appreciate the shine and the shout out, but if you want to take it down, it's fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I didn't fish it. And he's like, nah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. So that was another positive to the day, to the morning. That was pretty fun to be involved with some of their production stuff. But we get on the water. Now, I've never fished this area, and so I was a little apprehensive, but, you know, I got some information that was like, hey, this might be the spot to go. I was like, okay, well, let's go try it out. Because I think some elite pros the weekend before us were there fishing, and they did pretty well. So, you know, we get there, and I get to fishing, and I miss a fish on this ribbit frog right here. I had that tied. That's basically what I had in my hand all day. But I missed a fish early on that, and I was like, well, okay, we may have some action going on here. So let me go ahead and turn the GoPro on and start filming. I mean, it's low light. You know, the camera's not great in low light anyways. But I went ahead and turned it on, you know, just in case something happened. Well, what I didn't realize I had done, as you can tell from the video that you're watching right now, is I had left time-lapse on from something else I had done with that camera. And so I recorded for 6 hours, all day, on time-lapse on my GoPro. And I missed the fish that come off at the boat. I missed all the swamp fish that I caught in this video. Luckily, I've got some 360 footage, and I'll throw it in here. But I missed all that. I missed some really cool alligator interactions I had, because I seen. Let me take a quick break. I have never seen more than 1 or 2 alligators on this lake at any given time when I've been down there. Well, it's mating season for them, and I've seen 12 or 13 that day alone. It was crazy. And it was pretty cool to see that many, and I got a lot of them on my camera, but everything was on time lapse. So it's just a blur. Anyways, that was the first kind of negative I realized, that I had done that. As you can see here in the video, I turn around and I head back to the dock. Well, let me just show you. This is the drive for my boat, and now it's just parts because I had broke one of my cables that lets it go in the forward and reverse. I broke one, so luckily I always travel with two. You know, I got another one back there somewhere. I always travel with two because of Santee, and Santee has taught me that that's what I need to do, is travel with two drives. Well, I traveled that one. I go back, I get that drive. You see me running back and forth from the ramp in the super fast video. Trust me, I don't move that fast. Well, I get out there and I start fishing. 2-3 hours later, that drive messed up on me. It's the Arc 180 drive, the newer drive for Hobie. The old style is square and really rigid, and I like them. But the new style, when you pedal, it kind of wants to pull apart a little bit. And that wears the inside of the housing out that holds those arms. So a couple hours into it, those holes have finally had enough, and they wouldn't hold the drive in place anymore. So 6 hours of time-lapse video, 2 broken drives, 1 huge bass lost at the boat, skunked the rest of the day. If I was out fishing on any other day that didn't have the tournament tag attached to it, this would be a great day. I caught a long-nosed gar, a bunch of bowfin, seen a ton of alligators, saw a bald eagle that I didn't get on video because I was on time-lapse. Just had a great day on the water other than not catching bass. And if I hadn't been in a tournament, it'd have been a banner day on the water. But is what it is. Come to find out, Corey and a bunch of other guys that fished that same area didn't do that great either. Now, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't, but we did get some information later that day that that area had been sprayed before we fished it. And I don't know if that had anything to do with anything. I'm not saying yes or no on that. We just heard that that area was sprayed for grass, and we just didn't do that great in there. So we go to dinner, and we're kind of demoralized, and, no one's done that great. Well, I think it's a 2-day tournament. Sunday will be a better day. I can get up, I can get some points. It won't be a total loss, because taking a 0 in Queen City right now is kind of detrimental to my Angler of the Year race, because I'd planned this year to have 2 drops already, 2 zeros, 2 events that I wasn't even going to fish. Now this is going to make my 3rd 0 if I can't go catch a fish and get some points. So the chatter around camp is there's some weather moving in. We were supposed to have weather Saturday, and it just sprinkled a little bit. Wasn't real bad. It was actually kind of a nice day. So we were supposed to have some weather move in, and the wind's supposed to be real high and real gnarly Sunday. So there was some talk about delaying the tournament, and I was like, well, great. If you delay it, I'm going to be driving 4 hours back home at 5 o'clock in the evening. So later that night, they decided to cancel the tournament, which kind of sucks because I don't get to go fish and don't get the points. But I low-key really didn't want to unload my boat and go back out there, though, either, and then have to drive all the way home after I fished all day. But long story short, they canceled day 2, made it a 1-day tournament. I got a great big old goose egg on the board for Santee, which, Santee being Santee, it is what it is. But it happens. Like I said, we got to go camping and have a good time. And, we didn't have to hurry up and rush and get up Sunday morning. We could get up whenever we wanted and get packed up and headed home. So, silver linings, I guess. But that is my little recap from this video. Didn't do that great. I basically used 1 bait all day long. Yeah, that's the short and sweet recap from Santee for the Queen City. I've lost a ton of points, and I have fell from 27th to 40th over 2 tournaments because I took my first 0 while we were in Florida, and I took a 0 here, so I went from 27th to 40th, and man, that's gonna be a hard hole to dig out of, especially when I got some other plans coming up this year that, you know, I may want to do instead of go fish a kayak tournament. But you guys, stick around. We got a lot going on. We got some other trips. We got a pickle festival we're going to go do a video at. We've got some camping trips planned. We got some hikes. We got some other fishing adventures that don't involve tournaments. And we have a really big announcement, but we're not quite ready to make it yet. But you're going to have to stick around for that one. Guys, thank you for watching. And I am so sorry that this video was not the best. But I will plug in a little bonus clip here of how we decide if we're going to go on a side quest or not Sunday. Appreciate you guys. All right, Corey. You've been videoed.
That's an hour and a half of my trip.
Okay.
That's an hour and a half to go to Buc-ee's.
But this is how we're going to decide if we go or not, okay? We're going to let fate decide.
Is that a Buc-ee's coin?
No.
Okay.
Yes. No.
All right, so we're going to the old coin flip.
We're going for the coin flip. Just like football. Move your feet.
No.
Oh, we're not. No Buc-ee's for you.
Yeah, we lost the coin flip. All right.